Magandang umaga, everyone. Since we can't seem to get this election thing figured out, I am announcing a plan to sweeten the deal to be President of the United States. While we are biding our time, I have a way to trump any ideas by my opponents. A seldom used clause in the Constitution says we can still vote for me by subscribing to Love Beyond the Sea, liking and sharing the videos. You can also cast your vote by following the podcasts on Podbean for Casting Beyond the Sea. I absolutely accept mail-in ballots. As sure as death and taxes, you can take these campaign promises to the bank. I want to help you have dominion over your own fate. If for some reason I become ill and can no longer fulfill my term, my Filipina wife Aiza will take over. As it stands, marriage rates in the West are going down, not up, and I have a way to fix that. Promise progressive teleprompter isn't working. Okay, I promise the most progressive overseas dating benefits in the history of mankind. I will strike a deal with all the airlines in the world to make sure you receive first-class seats for all flights to and from the Philippines with proof of a relationship. Not only that, if elected president, I will slash hotel prices in half in Manila, Davao City, and Cebu. In smaller cities, hotel prices will be reduced by 25% of the original cost, and there will be a complimentary breakfast included. I have been working with the Transportation Department of the Philippines to ensure you will receive a voucher for free taxi services in the Philippines to help you get around. I have been listening to your voices on YouTube channels and internet message boards. If you elect me as your next president, I will give tax incentives for obtaining a fiancé or spousal visa, green card, and adjustment of status. The amount of money you spend on these will be fully refunded to you at tax time. Look, many Westerners are upset by the high cost of some online dating services in the Philippines. I have been paying attention to you. Well, I have good news. When I am elected president, the first thing I will do is fully reimburse you for the entire cost of your online membership, regardless of how long it was for. If elected president, I will no longer require women from the Philippines to attend that meeting before leaving the country. The Center for the Conference for oversees the thing. If you can prove you've already paid for an online membership, I will make sure you get reimbursed for that. If you didn't already have such a dating site membership, you will be able to get that free of charge by writing to me about why you want to date and marry a Filipina, a woman from the Philippines, and some of the most beautiful women in the world. All Westerners communicating with a Filipina will be given a stipend for a high-quality cell phone so you can communicate better. That will include a free load for your Filipina girlfriend for a full year. I will also make sure that all Embassy St. Luke's hospital expenses will be waived for your Filipina spouse or fiance. Free medical expenses for all. Under my rule, embassy interviews will be no questions asked. We will take your photo, give it to you in a stylish frame, have some cake, take some selfies, and wish you well. You will not be hassled crossing the border into the West. If you vote for me for president, I will make sure that it is unconstitutional to talk about an age gap difference. It won't matter if it is 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or even 50 years or more. No questions will be asked. There will be no age discrimination on my term. I want to reduce the MGTOW population as well as incels by 10% a year over the next 10 years, providing valuable relationships for all these men. No man will have an excuse for not being married. Right now, there are 10 million, 4,680,000, 350,000, 900 and 1,000 MGTOWs and incels and growing. While I want to help men marry a Filipina, I am not a big softy. If elected, sexpats will need to crap or get off the pot. They will be expected to either marry their Filipina or leave the country in 90 days. I have obtained support from this from President Rodrigo Duterte, who wants to improve the quality of foreigners in the Philippines. I have no idea where the money to pay for any of this will come from, but for now, come on, man, get to work looking for love beyond the sea.